Welcome back to episode 2 of Sidelined with Jonny and Noah. I'm Noah.
And I'm Jonny.
In today's video, we'll be covering some of last week's stars, personal foul, a new segment, Hot or Not,
the game plan, our games of the week, and more, so stay tuned.
There was a couple good games in the Sunday window of the first week of the NFL. To start, there was a couple of shocking games. Saints versus Packers. Aaron Rodgers looked nowhere near himself.
Oh, not at all.
The former MVP, the reigning MVP. But it appears that Jameis Winston must have swapped positions with him, throwing for 5 touchdown passes, and Aaron Rodgers being benched in the fourth quarter after throwing 2 picks and no touchdowns.
Yeah.
So that was an exciting game. Other ones, a couple of rookie debuts, Trevor Lawrence and Zach Wilson, both impressed and really showed their true colors as a rookie. A couple picks for Lawrence and another pick for Wilson. Both of them looked like they were running for their lives at some points. So, just the usual for the Jets, and Jaguars are getting used to it, I guess. Very exciting game, the Cleveland versus Kansas City game, a potential AFC championship matchup.
Oh, definitely, without a doubt.
Crazy game, ended in an interception from Baker Mayfield. He was playing solid the entire game, possibly one of the better QBs of week 1.
Yeah.
He was trying to throw out of bounds, and it went right to the defender because he was getting sacked.
Happens.
Crazy game. The Arizona Cardinals absolutely smoked
Oh my goodness.
Titans.
What a game.
Just shut them down. Ryan Tannehill, Julio Jones, A.J. Brown, Derrick Henry, no problem. Chandler Jones, 5 sacks. Great performance. 2 forced fumbles. Sunday night was pretty decent. Bears versus the Rams, Matt Stafford's debut. He
looked pretty damn
good.
He
looked pretty good. He looked pretty happy in a brand new team, a team that's not losing. Speaking of that losing team, the Detroit Lions almost came back from a major deficit against the 49ers, who are expected to make a big run, by me especially, ranking them in the top 5 this week. 49ers held on. Jimmy G played a decent game, and Jared Goofball doesn't look as bad as people thought he would in Detroit. So,
we'll see.
More to look forward to this week.
And to recap Monday night's thriller between the Ravens and the Raiders, this was definitely one for the history books. This was the first game of the Manning broadcast.
Oh, yeah.
It was something pretty interesting to watch. Definitely get a different point of view than when you're watching a regular broadcast.
Very original, yeah.
Yeah, and it was a new, fun way to watch football. Next, we have a couple of players who started slow in that Monday night game, but eventually just blew it up in the fourth quarter and late in the game. First, we have Darren Waller, who is my fantasy tight end.
Amazing. Great pick.
He had a couple drops in the first quarter, in the first half, but eventually he gained his trust back with Derek Carr, and he kept throwing the ball, and he just destroyed the competition, and he looked fantastic.
What is his contract's 3 years, $27 million?
Around there, yeah.
Bargain of the century.
I know.
Tight end, crazy.
Looks like tight end number 1 so far.
Possibly. Not with Kelsey in the league, though.
We'll see. To go over a few injuries after week 1 entering week 2, we have one big one in Dallas. DeMarcus Lawrence breaking his foot in practice this week, and kind of a big blow.
Yeah.
Their best defensive player is going to be out from 6 to 8 weeks, so we'll see him back probably around middle to late November. Next, we have Raheem Mostert.
A monster.
The speedster is going to be out for the season.
Wow.
Crazy.
Blow.
Yeah, definitely.
Yeah.
And talking about big, we have Mekhi Becton from the Jets, going to be out from 4 to 8 weeks.
It's tough.
Yeah.
Dislocated kneecap.
Oh,
Yeah.
That's kind of an ugly injury.
Yeah, definitely. I mean, he was crying on the side.
Yeah, I know.
I would be too. I mean, dislocated.
Yeah.
Tough.
Next, a big one in Detroit, we have Jeff Okudah tearing his Achilles. Didn't look that promising in week 1, but you still never want to see a young, promising player.
It's a killer. Yeah.
Yeah.
One of the worst injuries in sports.
Yeah, exactly. Crazy. And finally, we have the injury-prone Jason Verrett tearing his ACL, ending his season. Hopefully he'll be back for next year, but we'll see.
Yeah, I mean, this is like his 3rd or 4th season-ending injury
I know.
in his career. I mean, it's really
it's really terrible.
I know. I mean, I hope he comes back and plays better than ever. But at the same time, he's getting up there in age, and this is a big injury again.
I know.
I wish him the best, honestly.
Yep.
Just because they got hurt doesn't mean that they're not people.
Exactly.
And that kind of sounds weird to say, but at the same time, Raheem Mostert's wife released a statement showing that he got death threats after getting a season-ending injury.
Crazy.
Something that he cannot help, by the way.
I know.
So I just think, we just need to, they're people too. Players are people too. So respect the players, and, we wish them all the best,
Yeah.
And moving on to our next segment. This is a new one, once again. It's called What the Football.
What?
Yeah. We are covering just absolutely crazy things that would only happen in football, only happen in the NFL. We have quite a couple. They're all going to be catches for this week. Two really big catches that we're going to talk about here is Scary Terry coming in fully just, an absolute acrobat on the field, it looked like.
Crazy.
To make that catch and right through the defender's arms, I'd like to highlight.
Yeah,
because not a lot of people talk about that. That defender had a pick, it looked like.
Oh, I thought it too.
But the concentration of McLaurin to, still catch that ball.
I know.
Still come down with it.
Unbelievable.
And then, of course, Tyler Lockett in the Colts game. Russell Wilson absolutely just tanked a throw to him. It was a beautiful, beautiful thrown ball. He came down with it in the end zone, just a really great catch. Those two, beautiful catches. Now for the next two catches, this one, D-Hop and Robert Woods. Got a little toe drag swag in the end zone. Shout out to Nate Burleson.
Hey, let's go.
D-Hop had 2 touchdowns. One of them, just an absolutely, we were all awestruck. Just, A.J. Brown on the sideline was saying it himself, how'd he catch that? How'd he do it? And Robert Woods just, it was kind of not really a garbage time touchdown, but it was like, toward the end of the game, just still very impressive how anybody can come down with those catches.
I know.
They were based, their bodies were out of bounds, but they angle their feet so they get in. Beautiful.
Yeah. I
would say, whenever I watch those, I would definitely say, WTF. All right, in this week's segment of Personal Foul, we're going to be highlighting 2 pretty big things that happened in this league. To start, we're going to talk about Matt Ryan laying on the ground, just absolutely defeated, dead, destroyed, wasted, as some people would say.
So many ways to talk about this.
Oh yeah, and we're gonna pull up this tweet right here, and the photo that we're talking about. It's Lindstrom tweeting that if you drafted him, your quarterback would not get hit. Oh. Well, as you see in the photo,
he definitely did.
He's turned around looking at his quarterback, dead on the ground.
Just didn't end well for Lindstrom.
Yeah, I would call that a personal foul.
Ronnie Harrison from the Browns punching a coach from the Chiefs. Not a good look.
No. And ejected.
And getting ejected. And
well deserved.
A couple days later, finding out no suspension, just a couple $1,000s of a fine.
Yeah. Something like
just
that.
for trying to punch a coach.
Unpopular opinion. The coach started it.
I know. I saw that.
I guess it's unpopular. I don't know.
I saw that too.
That's just what I'm thinking. But that's my take. Ronnie Harrison, he'll recover for next week. But for now, that is a personal foul.
That is definitely a personal foul. And now introducing a new segment to the show, Hot or Not.
Yeah, we're going to be rating players who played really well during week 1, and we're going to decide whether or not they're going to remain hot or not.
Jumping into our first player for this week, Sterling Shepard from the Giants, wide receiver. Played really well in his first game of the season, over 100 yards, just looked really consistent, looked like Daniel Jones' safety net. Dating back to last season, also ended the year on a good note, over 100 yards, 2 touchdowns, but I'm going to say he's going to stay hot.
So my player for this week was the legend himself from Florida State, LASIK eye surgery, Jameis Winston.
How many people want to eat a
Jameis?
Yeah, he looked sharp in his debut for the Saints. Although he threw for roughly 220 passing yards, not that impressive. He threw for 5 touchdowns.
Really?
5.
5 touchdowns? I like
yeah.
that. Okay.
Against the Green Bay Packers, a defense that made it all the way to the NFC Championship game last year.
Wow.
They brought a lot of people back.
Yeah.
So, Jameis Winston throwing for 5 touchdown passes. He's looking pretty sharp. He's known for throwing a lot of interceptions. None this week.
0?
Hot.
Wow.
Hot. He's on fire. He's on fire, and I'm going to say he's going to stay hot.
I like it.
Jameis Winston, he looks like the new leader of the Saints. And Jameis Winston, young gun. We knew he had an absolute rocket. And with that LASIK eye surgery, he looks really good. And I'm going to say he stays hot throughout the season. And
like
possible MVP candidate.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yes, sir.
Interesting. I'm gonna hold you to that now.
All right.
End of the season. We're coming right back to this video right here. That's his guy.
Jameis. Let's go.
Now entering our final segment, the game plan.
Yep. We're going to be covering our game of the week and players who need to get it going in order for their teams to succeed for the rest of the year.
All right.
Starting with our game picks of the week. John.
All right. My game pick for this week is Rams versus Colts.
Oh, that's a good one.
Definitely one to watch. Just two high-powered defenses going against the new and improved Matt Stafford. Who do you got?
I got the 49ers versus the Eagles.
Really?
49ers are an entertaining team. They're very entertaining.
Mm-hmm.
I would say they're pretty fun, not going to lie. And the Eagles, they surprised the world with that defeat. I mean, I know the Falcons, they're not, Falcons are no 28-3 Super Bowl team, anymore.
Ooh,
but Jalen Hurts looked really good.
He did.
I mean, I hate to say it, but he looked really good. And
He looked
Devontae
solid.
Smith, the rookie receiver, his first catch was a touchdown.
Yeah.
We'll probably see more of those, honestly. He's good at getting open. So,
Oh, yeah.
I feel like this is going to be a very high-powered Eagles offense versus 49ers defense matchup. So, yeah, those are our games of the week. Thank you for watching episode 2 of Sidelined with Jonny and Noah.
Don't forget to like and subscribe and let us know your thoughts in the comments down below.